Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well as you're getting settled and set up for your practice today. Hey, we'll give it a few minutes. You're welcome to go out on the Spotify account and put on any playlist. I will not be listening to music, so if you'd like to also practice along without listening to music today, you're welcome to join me. And that once in a while, it can be really nice and to really just hone the focus on the sound of your breath and experience your mind as it is. This whole idea of being present and to be with what is. We don't have to get in there and wrestle around and feel like we have to change everything about what's going on or what is. So explore it either way. You know, it's your practice. It's your flow. The yoga is something that takes place inside of you, and we're simply here to share it. I say to be your yoga buddy. You know, that's something that I can't wait to experience and see all of you coming back to the studio one of these days with your yoga buddies and meeting up and doing a class. And just at the beginning of the pandemic, some of you in the neighborhood might remember there was a place called Sight Glass that was just opening up on Sycamore, and I think it's Willoughby, 2 blocks up. And it's been a great, they kind of converted it more into like a farmer's market during the pandemic, and so you can just pick up. But I think it'll be a really great place if you do a yoga class and then you want to go have a coffee or a tea or grab a snack. Afterwards, you've got that. Around the other corner, we've always had M Cafe, which is great. Love them. Been seeing them throughout this time. And then also a little bit further down Melrose, just a couple blocks, you have Fratelli's, which I love those guys. And all of these places. And you've got Coffee for Sasquatch around the corner. So all these small businesses and places that you might, stop by when you do get back to the studio. Take a class. And then, of course, there's one more that I want to mention. It's called Nature Well, which you may know as it's a juice bar just a few blocks down Melrose. And the folks there are very sweet, and I get an SIA bowl there quite a bit. So, anyways, that's my little neighborhood plug, some places that I love and some places that are great as far as getting a snack or going once we're getting back out and about to hang out and have a chat with a friend before or after a yoga class. Okay, let's go ahead and start today in child's pose. And if you have any props, you can set them aside. You guys may have noticed my yoga wheel once in a while. I actually do that before the class. I like lying on my back onto the yoga wheel, and it just kind of loosens things up a little bit. I don't push it because I'm not really warmed up, but I do like the feeling, and it kind of opens up some of the energy in through the spine and then through the hips. And so it's a nice, I used to, if we're in a class and you have a yoga block, you could always just lie on that yoga block as well before you get started, and it'll kind of open you up a little bit, get you ready for your flow. All right, if anybody else is starting their Apple Watch or their playlist, go ahead and do that now. And you guys know on the Apple Watch how it tracks the heart rate, and throughout your experience, there's a graph that comes out on your phone. It doesn't come out on your watch, it comes out on your phone. And I always love seeing those. So if you ever want to send them to me and say, hey, this was from Sunday's flow, I love seeing it's not so much about the number of calories. I know people track, that's a measurement and a metric. But, my previous life before teaching yoga was in software consulting and data analytics and data warehousing. So I do love seeing those graphs of the heart rate and how the experiences are playing out for you. So if you ever want to send those to me, send them on Instagram, or you can send them to my email as well. All right, forehead down onto the ground. And stretch your arms out. Let's take ourselves down a little bit of memory lane here for the last year of practice. And without judgment, if you've landed on your mat nearly every single day or if it's been a little bit more sporadic. And let's just go down that memory lane and
And be grateful for our practice whenever we've landed, whenever we've been able to connect to our breath, individually or collectively through the live stream, other live streams, right? Online workouts, whatever the practice looks like for you, hiking, running, jogging, getting outside, taking some time in much needed space, introspection. We've collected a lot of space during this time, but that comes also with, sometimes a lot of feelings. And so moving through a sequence on our mats and can be a way to process some of those feelings and things that we're feeling and that are coming up, and still recognize and ground ourselves in this moment. And so that if you are having some of those harsh kind of things appear from the past that may not be things that you want to see from the past, you can always ground yourself in this moment, feel good about where you are, and fully supported. On your next inhale, rise up, come to all fours. And tabletop, hands and knees. Knees about hip width apart, not much wider, and then palms about shoulder width apart. You move your hips back a little bit, and then move your hips forward. And feel into your wrists, feel into your shoulders, bump your hips out to the right, or bump your hips out to the left. You can move your head a little bit as your hips go to the right, head to the left. And feel the sides of your neck. Roll it out, shoulders away from your ears. And feel free to change directions. And then as you make your way back into a square tabletop, hands and knees. And we'll arch the spine, drop the belly, inhale, open the chest. My arms stay straight, shoulders back and the gaze forward. And then exhale, round your spine, curl your chin into your chest and feel your navel draw in and up. Inhale to extend. And it's okay, find a brief pause at the top of the inhale. And then exhale, start the breath and move the body. And it's that order. Start the breath, move the body. Inhale. In cow pose, shoulders back, gaze forward. And exhale, and start the breath, move the body. Cat pose. And do two more with your breath. Inhale, lips are sealed. And exhale, you'll start to feel the volume of the breath increase. One more. Inhale to extend. And exhale, tuck round. And feel your belly squeeze. Inhale, come into a flat back, tuck your toes. And exhale, lift your hips and draw yourself back into your full body awareness. And downward facing dog. If you've never explored in your down dog, pressing down into the balls of your feet, and then pull the heels. I know your foot is connected to your foot, but direct your heels away from your toes. The balls of your feet are connecting you down into the ground. Pull the heels away from your toes and see how that lights up the sensation in the lower legs and your calves. In many ways. And if you're finding, oh wow, like that's just too much on a Sunday afternoon, simply work on the firmness of connecting whatever parts of your body are touching the mat. Firm them into the mat, and you'll feel another sensation into your body than what you were feeling. Even out your breaths with your lips sealed. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, in downward facing dog. And let's warm up for the flow practice. Inhale forward to high plank. You could always use your knees and check them down onto the mat. You're listening to your low back. You're listening to your wrists. Right? As long as you're breathing and supporting, of course, you can experience some discomfort. Right? So explore the practice to your edge. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, lower halfway down, elbows along your sides. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower down onto your belly, onto your hips. And little baby cobra. And so this is another version, like I was saying, rolling on the yoga wheel. This is basically the same thing, right? But we're flipping gravity. We're using the strength in our low back. Point your toes. And then exhale, lower your chest back down. And lifting the chest, inhale, baby cobra. And elbows turning into your sides. And less grip into your hands. Take a breath in, point your toes. And exhale, lower your chest down, right? Getting into your flow. One more, inhale. And baby cobra. You feel it how you're closing the back of the spine, right? You're opening the vertebrae in the front of the spine. Right? Imagine if you were working with one of those, skeleton figures, right? You'd be able to see that. That's what you're doing to your body. Come back down and then push up all fours. See how your arms feel today. And reset your hands. Take a breath in and curl your toes. Exhale, press back into your down dog. And lift your tailbone high. And you can actually create this direction of the legs becoming longer. And probably within the first 5 or 10 minutes of any practice, you can feel like your legs have gotten longer. Lift your heels up, bend your knees, and exhale, walk or take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Separate your feet in so that they're hip-width distance apart. And take your left hand, grab the back of your right wrist. And you're going to turn the shoulders in, they're flexed. And you'll feel the shoulders come in around your ears. And you can either squeeze onto your right wrist, or you can even draw the wrist down a little closer to the ground. And you notice your fold and your torso impacts and the degree of sensation and what you're feeling in through the back of your body, up and down your hamstrings. And switch right hand to your left wrist. And just think about it. In the rest of your day, how often are you hanging out upside down, head below your heart, in the rest of your day? Again, I'd love to know. Normally we'd be interacting and you'd walk into the studio and I'd say, hey, how often have you been upside down today, head below your heart? Probably not that often. And you take a deep breath in and exhale, release your wrists, heel toe your feet together. Okay, so here we're upside down, head below the heart, and we're breathing mindfully. Lips sealed, turning on some focus. Okay, mind to your breath. Hands can stay on the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, and pull your spine out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, chest forward, and shoulders back. Feel the legs. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Little bend to the knees. Inhale, rise, circle the arms up, reach tall. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. You feel your feet, humble your chin, close your eyes. And I'm fairly excited in the practice today because I am wearing my very first pair of yoga pants. And see, I tend to hold on to things for some time, as long as I possibly can. I've had my iPhone since 2009, right? Part of the practice and holding on, right? Not just kind of consuming and taking on more and more. So as long as we can. So these pants, they've got some years on them. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach tall. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And plant the palms, step back into your high plank. And connect to your legs, strong arms, inhale. Lower halfway down, chest forward and down. Tops of the feet, inhale, a little more ready for the up dog. And exhale, scoop the belly, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And you know how your mind, like as part of a subconscious distraction, always wants that next new shiny thing, right? You could try these practices, right, based on consumption, whether it's, fixing something before you replace that whole something. Nowadays, it's fairly easy to go out on the Google, right? And if there's a part of something and that is broken, you could probably find that part. Bring your big toes together, lift your heels, exhale, walk or 2 steps to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And so this makes sense in the context of the body. We've got all these parts, and we all have the same parts for the most. Right? Inhale, arms up, and then we're working. Exhale, dive, forward fold, and to connect to the whole body. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands through the breath, step back into a high plank. And together, take a breath in. Exhale, come forward, lower halfway down. And tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips and back, downward facing dog. And recycle the breath. And feel how the breath supports and begins to give you some more energy in your body, your muscles. And your mind can appreciate the longer and the stronger breath and creating a little bit more space. And then keep filling that back up. Lift your heels high. Bend your knees. Exhale, walker hop. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, like through the ceiling, everybody. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, strong arms, step back into your high plank. So I'm starting arms straight. Bend the arms, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet ground. Inhale, up dog, arms straight. And exhale, draw the belly in and come back into your downward facing dog. And see what your mind's having to say today. And then draw your awareness back to your breath. And so you're giving your mind something to do. As you feel your body, stretch those heels back away from your toes. Feel that turn your thighs on. Big toes together. Inhale halfway. Or exhale, bend your knees. Walker light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart and bring your arms down by your sides. Okay, scoop it up. Bend your legs, reach your arms up, chair pose. And exhale, fold, straighten your legs, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant, step back and lower, chaturanga, neck long. Inhale, tops of the feet, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right? Pedal out your dog a little bit. Feel free to turn the knees out. Right? Playing differently into your hips as you're pedaling out your dog. Right? Say you're really feeling congested in your low back so far. Turn these knees out. Right? And listen to your body. And so you may not go as deep until you get into some more of the hip openers and then see how that plays and to open up that gate from your hips to your spine. Both legs straight, hands pressed down. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, walker, little hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And sit down, scoop, reach your arms up, chair pose. Exhale, dive, fold it out over straight legs. Inhale, lift halfway, looking forward. Plant, step back and lower, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. And feel your waistband draw in, like if you had a belt on, and then you tightened that belt. Draw the waistband up, step your right foot in between your hands, and then keep that space as you draw your chest forward. Left leg is strong, left hand stays down, reach your right arm up, rotate through your rib cage. Feel the connection to your upper back, and turn your gaze sideways. No stress on the face. And lips soft and sealed. Bring your gaze in, right hand down. Use your core. Step your left foot to the top. And step your right foot all the way back to lunge. Soften your right knee down. Untuck the toes. Bring your hands up to your left thigh. And so yes, these are some of those hip openers. Bend into your front leg. And ground the top of your back foot. And shoulders down. Gaze can stay forward. 3 breaths here. The breath connecting and giving the muscles the supply, and you start to create some internal heat in through the breath. It's such an incredible resource, and when you're breathing mindfully, and remember and to watch, observe, and connect and reflect, and through whatever else is going on through your mind. Take your arms up, cactus the arms, exhale, open the chest, peel a layer back, lift your chin. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your chin. And let's go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your back toes. Draw your belly in. Step back to a high plank. And feel your hands firm. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And reset your feet if you need to. Spread your fingers and feel the mat underneath your thumbs and your pinky fingers. Nice strong inhale. Very strong focused exhale. Big toes together, lift your heels up. Firm the hands, bend the knees. Exhale, walker, little hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart, even weight into your feet. Bend your legs, sit, scoop, and reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, bow, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Right foot steps back into your lunge and bend into your left leg. You maintain the support in through the upper back. Right hand down, twist. Reach your left arm up. Notice the tendency for the hips to slide out to the left. And keep your pelvis square, right? Squeeze up to your right butt cheek and then turn your gaze to the left. And feel how you're breathing through the resistance. Resistance is great. I'm telling you, I'd rather be in a tight, right, constricted or contained body, and then one that's just super open and then you're kind of flopping around. So if you're tight, breathe into it. Gaze and left hand down. Step your right foot forward and step your left foot back. Soften your left knee down. And as you bend into your front leg, untuck your toes. Hands up to your right thigh, and then draw your elbows in. And so if you are in one of those very open, bendy bodies, you get a lot of these strong, grounded, and containment cues. So you're listening and for how the breath can support you on the exhale and to draw your muscles to contract. Right? So that you're not dumping and collapsing. Like some people, they can take their butt all the way down to their front foot here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Right? This body, it's holding itself relatively in this place. And then the luxury is like, okay, work with the core, work with the upper back, right? Keep the weight out of your low spine. Feel the sensation in your hips. Breathe into it. On your exhale, gaze in, hands down. And tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into a plank pose. And exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway. And tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll it back, down dog. Big toes touch, heels up. Exhale, walker, light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep the breath going. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant step, light hop, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, smooth. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right knee to your nose, and then inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Open your right hip, curl your heel to your bum. And bring it back, exhale, knee to your right elbow. And kick it back, open your hip, curl your heel to your bum. Right knee to your left elbow. Kick it back, legs straight, hips square. Step your right foot all the way through and keep your left leg straight. Right hand down, reach your left arm forward. And take your left hand outside your right foot. Take your right hand to your low back. Okay, now I'm pulling up through my left thigh and sending the chest forward, and then turn the gaze 45 degrees to the right. Feel your front heel. Shoulders away from your ears. And bring your gaze back down. Right hand crosses inside your right foot. And so the wrists are on a crisscross. Kick through your back heel. Pull your heart center through now. Turn your shoulders back. Yes, connect your back heel down. Slide your left arm out. Keep your bum under and reach your left arm straight up towards the sky. And through the ceiling, in your house, reach to the sky. And feel your front foot. If that heel is lifting, firm the foot. Feel more into your hips and take a deep breath. And left hand to your left hip. Push off your front foot. Rise. Reach your right arm forward.
Reach your left arm back. Keep your gaze on your right hand. Fingertips together, and then sit into your lunge. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. And exhale, straighten your front leg. It's been bent for a little while. And take your left arm. So if you tuck the chin to your chest, and you can hook your left arm behind your low back. Left shoulder down, and now the gaze can look back up towards your right wrist. Feel your feet. And not as easy as it sounds or looks to balance here. Your gaze is up. And you can't see the ground, you can only feel the ground. And take a breath in through your nose. Exhale to warrior two, bend your front leg and reach your left arm back. And notice the tendency to come forward. Keep the heart center, sternum over your tail. And gaze in hands, top of the mat. Pivot, kick back, three-legged plank. Bend your arms, chaturanga. Feet down, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips. We're getting there, maybe 3 inches longer so far. We'll get to 6 inches longer. Taller and lighter within our bodies. Left knee comes into your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. And kick it back, open your left hip, curl the heel into your bum. And bring your knee to your right elbow. And then kick it back, curl the heel into your bum. And then knee to your nose, step your left foot all the way through. And you feel the back foot ground. And draw to your upper back. And no rush as you breathe, right hand outside your left foot. Chest is still coming forward. Left hand to your low back. And the elbows turned up. So it's a little bit more of balance. You're on a bit more of a tightrope and through the midline of your body. So if you're a little wobbly, play with that. And you turn your gaze to the left. 45 degrees. Need the breath for sure. And bring your gaze back down. Left hand inside your left foot. And so we crisscross the wrist and then slide the chest through. Your belly is going to be on your left thigh. And keep breathing into it. Pivot your back heel down. Left hand stays. Slide your right arm out. And then reach it straight up through the ceiling into the sky. Shoulders down. Right? If it's better to keep the gaze down, you can explore there. Kick through your back heel as the knees spread. Space in the hips, low back, lift the gaze up. Wonderful. Right hand to your right hip. Push off your front foot and come on up. Warrior two and reach your right arm back. So we use the body within the body, all the parts, and connecting them together through the breath. Straighten your front leg. Right? It's been bent for a little while. Reach your left arm up and then lower the chin. Bind your right arm behind your low back. Right shoulder down, feet ground. And then as you lift the back of the heart, gaze can come up, look to your left wrist. And so you're in bound, exalted, Utthita Trikonasana, straight-legged triangle. And feel the breath come on back. Warrior two, bend your front leg. And be mindful of not sliding and reaching out into the future. And keep your chest over your tail. And take an inhale. Gaze in hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high. Kick your left leg back. Three-legged plank. Flow chaturanga. Tops of the feet. Inhale. Upward facing dog. And exhale. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Legs a little longer. And belly drawn in a little deeper. And feel the ground and the balls of your feet. Stretch the heels away from your toes and then turn your elbows in, armpits towards the midline of your body. And you should feel the ignition of your belly, your thighs, and your upper back. Look forward, inhale, and exhale, step to the top, little hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward, fold chair pose, sit down. Sit back, reach your arms up. Hands to your heart, right elbow outside your left thigh.
And back to center. Reach your arms up. Keep your hips low and twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And you got it. The ignition to your core. Back to center, arms up. And exhale, stand up, hands to your heart. And feel your feet all the way up to your glutes. And strong legs. Inhale, arms up, belly in, little back bend. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose. Exhale, right knee into your chest. Hold it, arms straight. Keep your chin down. No stress in the neck. Knee kick back, three-legged plank. Look forward. Outer edge of your left foot. Step your right foot behind. And then draw the right side of the chest open. Right? So when I draw, you don't want to push that left shoulder out to the right. Keep the shoulder over the elbow. Reach your right arm up. And then over. Right? This is where we get into the vulnerability of the bottom shoulder. If you just push that shoulder out, right? Keep the shoulder over the elbow. And bring your gaze and right hand down. Pivot back, float your right foot, and bring your knee to your left elbow. Pivot your back heel flat, reach down, outside edge of your right foot, and kick out into it. Bring your right leg forward. Step to the top of the mat. Pivot your back heel high. Ooh, you are in a long lunge. Stretch the breath. Keep drawing your chest forward. Feet ground. Reach your arms back by your sides. This might be the longest lunge you've done in some time. Keep lifting from the base of your pelvis. Feel the support. Good work. Bring your hands down. Slide your right foot back. Kick three-legged dog. And come forward. Flow chaturanga. Feet down. Inhale. Up dog. And exhale, lift hips, downward facing dog. And take a breath in through your nose. And out through your nose. Left knee comes into your chest, arms straight. And feel the squeeze, neck is free. You got it. Kick back, three-legged plank, look forward. Outer edge of your right foot, left foot bend, or left leg bends, and step the foot behind. Right? That shoulder. And stay stacked over the elbow, and then reach your left arm up and over. Knee all through the ignition of the core. Gaze and left hand down. Pivot, kick your left leg back. Left knee to your right elbow. Pivot your back heel down. Reach down. Right? You could hold here or kick out. Right? If you want a little shorter this time, walk your back foot in and then swing your left foot to the top like a compass. Plant the foot. Hey, get up on top of it. And as you draw from the base of your pelvis, let your lunge be long. Feel your feet and float your arms back by your sides. Nice long lunge. We got to feel it. And bring your hands to the mat. Slide your left foot back. Kick it, three-legged dog. And come forward, elbows in, chaturanga. Feet down, inhale, up dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And donkey kicks today. And so, move anything from in front of your mat in case you go over. Would not feel good, nor do you want to break your iPad, your computer, all the devices I've seen you guys practicing on. Donkey kicks, hands firm, heels up, bend the knees, exhale, float, and then softly land to bent knees, and take a breath in between. Right, so my tight shoulders, arms have a tendency to bend and the elbows to turn out. So working the elbows in, heels up, load the spring, and you're going to notice you get a lot more spring when you keep those arms straight and the elbows in. Practice 3 more. Take off through the exhale. One more. Nice. Downward facing dog. Everybody. And breathe in through the nose. And exhale, come down onto the knees, please. And sit back onto your heels. Right? You can bring your class back up in front of you if that's where it's at. And that's where you'd like. Hands on your thighs, head above your heart. Wonderful. Take your arms over your head, reach up, palms face. And draw your ribs in. And as you work your wrists back to stack over your shoulders, now slide your tailbone down. And feel your shins press into the ground. Inhale, stand up onto your knees, arms forward, interlace your fingers. And draw your belly in, little lift to the chin. Exhale, recline, come back. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale, recline, come back. Ignite the core, come on up. And recline, come back. Got it? Come on up, bring your hands down. Okay, all you're going to do is press through the tops of your feet. Okay, you're halfway there to a jump back. You're going to tuck your toes when your feet land. Okay, watch. Bend your legs, lift the hips, jump back, tuck the toes. Inhale, upward dog, back on the tops of the feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. And take a breath in, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot through. Arms over your head, reach. Left arm under your right. Into eagle, bring your left knee through. Wrap it over your right leg. And sit down. Should feel a bit restorative based on what you've been doing to sit into this chair with your legs crossed. And feel the length we've created by opening up the hips to the legs and the spine. Lift your left knee and kick your left leg back. Float your arms by your sides. And toppling tree, hands can go down onto your shin. Okay, if not, hands to your right thigh above the knee. And use that to keep your chest up. And versus chest rolling down, shoulders forward. All right, you could do this all through a step switch. Hands to your heart, left foot to your right, bend your legs, sit like chair, hover your right knee, and then kick your right leg back, left hand down, open your right hip, and express half moon. Okay, let's play as you bring your gaze and right hand down. Give yourself some space if you need a little hop back on your mat. Okay, set your palms shoulder width. You could always stay standing splits, right? Or right knee to right tricep, left knee to your left tricep, and you're in crow, right? With your arms bent a little bit. It's called Kakasana versus Bakasana. Out the way we came in, left foot down. Lift your right leg up, drop your head, standing splits. And then bring your right foot down next to your left foot. Ooh, feel your right side, drop your chin. A little bend to your knees, take a breath in. Right, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, check it out. Roll over your toes, roll. Boop, tops of the feet. Keep your hands on the mat. Okay, so remember our little move to the jump back? Hands down, elbows in. Press to the tops of the feet, butt up, jump back, tuck your toes. Inhale, back to the tops, up dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Seal your lips. I hope you're feeling the segment of your heart beating. Hands down, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach. Right arm under your left arm, eagle, wrap. And then bring it through, right leg over your left leg. And restore yourself through your breath as you sit into your eagle chair. Maintaining the lift through your heart center. Your sternum, breastplate bone is connecting the muscles in the upper back. Lift your right knee and kick back, arms by your sides. Okay, so ways to accomplish if you're always folding in through the chest. Okay, obviously arms back, hands to your thigh,
or hands to your left shin below the knee. And breathe and connect, as that will help you balance. And through the sensation, what's rising through your body, hands to your heart. Okay, we'll do a little step switch. Right foot to your left, bend your legs, sit like chair. Takes the weight out of your low back. Nice. Lift your left knee. And then kick back, right hand down, open your left hip. And half moon, arms in a T. Take it slow as you square, left hand down. Give yourself space. Little hop back on your mat. Standing splits is great. Use your arms, use a block, use a prop. Right? If you want to go crow, palms down, left knee above your left elbow. Keep your butt up, and then it's right there. Right knee to above your right elbow. Okay, where do we come from? Right foot down, and then left leg back, drop the head, feel the standing splits. And then bring your left foot down next to your right. Feel that left side, take an inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, forward fold. And bring it back, lift halfway. And set your palms, roll over your toes, tops of your feet, knees are off the ground. Does that feel great? Not necessarily. But you can do it. Tops of your feet, hands down. Lift your butt, jump back, tuck your toes, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, come on back. Downward facing dog. And I think I said it at the beginning, but if I didn't, happy Sunday, everybody. Feel what you're feeling right now. To actually be present, feel what you're feeling. The feeling will keep it real. This is what's going on right now. Left heel heavy, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. And right knee, left elbow. Inhale, back and up. Step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up. And exhale, come on into your warrior two. Open the arms into a T. And bend into your front leg. Keep your leg bent. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Interlace the fingers, release the index, and then start to exult as you continue to lunge into your front leg. So the back of your head is somewhat resting into your left bicep. And from your warrior two legs, bring your arms back to warrior two. Reach forward and right hand down outside your right foot. Left arm reaches all the way up and over. Roll your heart to the left and feel the twist through your rib cage. Right on. Take your gaze and left hand down. Okay, back heel lifts high, straighten your front leg, pull your chest forward. And flatten your back best you can. Feel that throttle into your hamstring. Okay, now let's see if we could take this shape of our legs as we balance on our arms. So walk your right foot out to the right, both hands inside. Okay, we start to take the right shoulder down, and so it's behind your right calf. Yes, left hand back in line with your right. Walk your right foot off the mat. Okay, now come forward, gaze forward. Lift your back foot, kick your right leg out. Next day's long. Keep kicking through your right heel. And then left toes down, bend your right leg. Push the mat away, three-legged dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your left foot. Okay, let's set it up. Right foot to your inner left thigh in the forward fold. And tree legs. Okay, if not, put it on your inner calf. Okay, get your tree legs set, and then reach your arms forward and come all the way up into your tree. Hello, everybody, breathe. Gaze steady on one spot. Vrikshasana. I know it seems challenging sometimes, but our breath expanding all the parts and connecting our body, we can cover in the full length of our mat. Turn your right knee forward. Take a big step forward. Lift your left leg up and float warrior 3. Inhale, rise, feet together, stand tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice job. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, straight legs, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right heel stays heavy. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Feel the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pivot, back heel down, warrior 2. And let there be the space in your warrior 2 so that you can lengthen, make your breath cycle longer. And keep your warrior 2 legs, reach your arms up. Interlace the fingers and hook the thumbs. With your lunge, side bend to the right. Okay, your head is into your right bicep. And breathe into your body here. It's like somebody turned on the faucet. A very good sweat. Hope you're feeling it. Stay with your lunge, bring your arms back, warrior 2, and then slide, reach forward, left hand outside your left foot. Right arm comes all the way up and over. As we turn the chest to the right, and keep drawing the knees away, space and for the tailbone to drop. It'll come, don't worry. If it's tight, breathe into that tightness. Remember, right, you're fully supported right here, right now. And take your gaze and right hand down. Lift your back heel, straighten your front leg any amount, flatten the back. Ooh, when you drop that middle spine, pull your heart forward and drop it right into your hamstring. Those long lunges come to pay off. And bring your left hand inside your left foot. Right? And then we start to walk the hands down flat. And tuck your left shoulder behind your left calf, behind the knee. Right hand in line with your left hand. Okay, now walk your left foot. You got to walk your left foot off the mat. Bend your arms, slide your gaze forward. Back foot lifts, kick through your left heel like crazy. Leg might go straight. Kick through that heel. Right toes down, bend your left leg, and then press the mat away to bring you into your 3-legged dog. Okay, that's a big surge of prana. Exhale to push the mat away. Walk your hands back to your breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. Let's play left foot to your inner right thigh and tree leg in your forward fold. Right? So the tendency will be to grip this in your low back and your SI joints. And so you really got to use the upper back strength. Set your tree legs. Reach your arms forward and come all the way up in Vrikshasana. And connecting to the beautiful, abstract, artistic nature of the breath, and to support this experience, the human experience through your body, which is perfectly imperfect. If you've got the mind and that obsesses over perfection, yoga and breathing, right, and being humbled in the moments of your heart racing and connecting to your breath, so empowering. Bring your left knee forward, lift it up. Big step, left foot forward, right leg lifts. In warrior 3. And breathe into it if that hamstring's got something to say. And then slowly rise, feet together, hands to your heart center. And take a deep breath in. arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Hands in front, pop those hips, chaturanga, land softly. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So let's break that down for a second. If we're going to jump off the mat and we're going to let gravity and bring us down, our front body has got to support like crazy and to decelerate the movement and to land softer. But what an incredible move. I'm going to leap, and then gravity is going to catch me and then draw me back down to the ground. And such a cool process and experience. And so baby steps. And then gaze to your hands. You know how you did your donkey kicks? Lift your heels, and we're going to float to our shins or step to our shins. So bend the knees, and then exhale like you're going to crow, and then slide your knees down, press the ground away, and your knees are mat width distance apart. Roll your shoulders back and down, walk your hands behind you. And as you walk your hands back, fingertips point forward. This could be enough. Nice adjustment for your shoulders, all the shoulder action turning in. The shoulder blades draw into the spine and to open across the chest. And tailbone forward, and you can come back onto your elbows. Supta Virasana, right? You can go all the way down onto your shoulders, onto your head. Remember, the yoga is inside of you. And through the relationship with your breath, and through what you're feeling in your body, and through what's happening right now, right? And engaging and building this relationship with your beautiful mind. The elbows to ground, hands to shins, belly in, start to come back up. Hand to hand. And then knee to knee. And sit onto your shins, and your hands can rest in your lap, palms face up. Slow down your breathing. And feel if your breath cycle has expanded. And think of the circumference of your breath cycle, that circle in getting larger and larger and larger, wrapping its way all around you. And top to bottom, left to right. On your exhale, open your eyes, bring your palms flat to the mat, arms straight. Step your right foot back, tuck your toes, left foot back, plank pose. Feel your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, draw your hips up. And then let's put a little bend to your knees in your down dog. And so that you could feel the pelvis tilt forward. The lower half of your bum lifts towards the sky. And takes any compression coming out of our Supta Virasana, reclining hero, and releases that compression. And bring your right toes over to your left toes, and then wrap your left leg around the front of your right leg, and come down onto your knees. Right foot to the left foot to the right. Let's see if we're making some progress. And walk your hips back and sit in between your feet. If that knee wants to slide off, and put something under your bum, pillow, yoga block, of course. And we keep taking those outer hips, stretching them like a rubber band. Stretch, sit, hands to your top knee, elbows by your sides. You can even soften your chin, take all the weight out of your neck. If you carry, right, a lot of your stress in your neck, right, sitting at your computer, looking at the screen, shoulders shrugging up to the ears, a great practice right here, beginning, middle, and end of the day. Less reactive that way, more proactive in gathering, collecting, receiving the space within our own bodies. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands forward, come onto your knees, and you're going to uncross your right leg, step your right foot outside your right hand, and then turn your left toes back, tuck them under, and then you slide it back. In that long lunge, turn your right toes out on a 45, and then make your way down onto your forearms, and keep your back knee lifted. Forearms down, back leg straight, humble the chin, and breathe in. On your next breath, exhale, bring your left knee down. And then as you stay on your right forearm, take your left arm out into a T, and then start to come down onto the left side of your chest. Slide your right leg back, and then take it all the way behind your left leg, roll onto your left hip. Whew. And right hand beside your face, and support. Breathe into what you're feeling. As you start to turn your gaze down, and then bring your right foot all the way back towards the top of your mat. And you've got to use that right hand and press back up to your left hand. Right foot steps forward. Onto your hand, straight arms. We'll get there. All right, set it. Step back now into your high plank. Okay, turn to the outer edge of your right foot. Set your right hand, and then bring your left knee in, hook your big toe, and then kick your left leg up and through the heel. Press the mat away for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left foot down square and press into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, wrap your right leg around the front of your left leg and come down onto your knees. Left foot to the right, right foot to the left. Walk it back and hips in between your heels. Sit down onto your mat, onto a block. So we're breaking some patterns in the body, connecting into that consistency in the path, which is one breath into the next. Excited and to discover through in the context of the unknown. If we just did the same thing over and over and over again, then we're just going to play a game of manipulation with our minds and setting up little comfort zones and bubbles, right? Versus really dropping into the practice of pranayama, maintaining the focus, and yes, celebrating the mind when it goes left and it goes right and it goes up and it goes down, and then seeing what it takes to draw it back to your breathing every time. The end of this exhale, open the eyes, bring your hands forward, and come onto your knees. Okay, untuck your left leg, step your left foot outside your left hand, turn your right toes out, tuck the toes, come into your lunge. Left toes out on a 45, and come down onto your forearms. Right leg extended straight so the quad works as much as you can.
And shoulders away from your ears. And softly bring your right knee down. Okay, left forearm or left palm, take your right arm out into a T, and then come down onto the right side of your chest. Slide your left foot back, and then swing it all the way behind you as you roll onto your right hip. Whew. Practice. Left hand behind your face or beside your face, supporting you. As you start to turn towards your belly, step that left foot as high as you can towards the top of the mat. Use your left hand, come back up to your right hand. Yes, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step that left foot forward. You got it. Breathe in through your nose. Notice the variable difference, one hip to the other, and then slide your left foot back, come into your plank, outer edge of your left foot. Draw your bottom hip up. Right knee to your shoulder, hook your big toe, and then kick up through your right heel. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly turn, pivot, and come back into your down dog. Take a deep breath in, everyone. Big sigh, exhale, let it go. Wonderful. Come down onto your knees, please. Sit back onto your heels. Head above your heart, close your eyes. And flip the back of the hands on the top of your thighs, palms facing up. And you may notice the tendency to attach into the effort of the future. Right? Even when you come to your mat, you're being inspired and connected to your breath to stay present, and still likely to project ourselves into the future. So right now I encourage you to let go, right, of the future trip completely. You feel the beautiful relationship, your body and your mind. And feel an expansion of your chest. And when you let that future trip go, and when you're ready, if you'd like a sip of water, and please go ahead and take a sip. Swing your legs around in front of you and lie down onto your backs, please. Shoulders down, bend your legs, give your knees a little shake side to side. Gentle. And find it back through center. Release your legs long. And arms down by your sides, palms turn up. Feel the weight in the back. Okay, make any mindful adjustments. Feel the release. And then notice any parts of your body that are still talking to you, pulsating, if you will, with the energy of your practice. As you continue to settle, and soften, and from within, you might take a few breaths, a few exhales, a few sighs. And then you can discover through stillness many possibilities, but in several ways, the opportunity to heal, to listen, and to
clear some weight and to let go of the heaviness of could be a lifelong attachment that you've been tethered to up to this point, that one day, in one practice, in one moment, in one shavasana, let's go. And please take your time in it today, and your final stay as long as you'd like. Thank you all for sharing the Sunday flow, everyday flow. We'll keep it going. Please remember, take care of yourselves. Be patient with yourselves. There's no rush. If you're feeling rushed, the only person rushing is you. And so this is a place in where we can truly develop a relationship where it's okay to slow down and continue and to slow down and through your practice. And I know things will feel like they're picking up out there. And so daily practice, lots of healing, lots of hope, lots of love. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody. And thank you for sharing your breath. Namaste.